Hello everybody, I'm David Serpa and this is Damien Simon, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about why Damien Simon is a six-figure agent. So Damien, how are you today, brother?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much, boss.
Good. So Damien actually flipped a switch at some point last year, and we had 5 months left in the year. I told him I wanted him to make $30,000 in the last 5 months. He made almost $80,000 in the last 5 months. And so, Damien, what changed?
I think at that point in my life, I had a lot going on, personally and with work, and it kind of was just coming in together all at one point. And then when I knew that I needed to get some stuff done, but when David gave me the challenge, and the rest of us the challenge, not necessarily a challenge, but get it done kind of thing. It was kind of pulled myself in and thought about it and said, okay, I better get it done. I've got no choice. My choices are get it done or not get it done. And I just went I went silent, and I just went balls to the walls.
So for those of you that don't know, what Damien Simon is talking about here is I told everybody on the team that was having a little bit of a time struggling that, look, you guys got 5 months to turn it on.
I don't want to say it.
If you don't get it on, you're out. And it wasn't necessarily a great idea from a leadership perspective, but what it did do was it held everyone's feet to the fire, and then we all ended up pulling together and making it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is not Damien Simon at a brokerage. This is Damien Simon as a member of the Homes team. And so, Damien, what are some of the things that you had to implement? You said that there were some problems that you have in your personal life, things like that. There are always personal problems that we're having in our personal life.
Yeah.
What was
I had
the
to
difference?
separate the two.
You had to separate the two.
Yeah, I was focusing a lot on the two of them. I had to, when I was working, my work schedule was all over the place at the time too, so I basically had to say, okay, this is work right now, get it done, make my calls, talk to the people I needed to do, get showings going on, and then I also had to learn, which I'm still learning to do.
We'll be learning until the day we die, brother.
Exactly. Developing my family life and then getting that done. And before I was not focusing on my family as much, and I was focusing on work all the time. But it did get it done at the time, and because of it, it's been better.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that for new agents, I think that people forget. You can find balance right away. If you had to make your clients wait for 2 hours for a phone call back while you were eating dinner, it's not going to make or break you, right?
Right, and they actually turned out they appreciated that more. And then David taught me that. I mean, at first I was just like, you're hungry when you're first starting, and you get a phone call, and you're like, okay, you're with the kids, you're giving them a bath, and you're like, okay, wait a minute, I gotta go get this call.
Yeah.
Now I've gone, okay, you know what? I've actually implemented a voicemail recommended by David that, between the hours of 6:30, I do 6:30 and now until the following morning, basically.
Yeah.
And then say, this is my family time. I hope you respect it. And I have a lot of people go, wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.
It is okay to turn your phone off. It's okay to get back to people. And I understand in the beginning you are hungry and you're starving. But sometimes when you think about being hungry, when you think about being starving, that's the energy that your clients are picking up on the other end. And when you stop thinking about that and you stop thinking about scarcity and you start thinking about being plentiful and that sort of a mindset, it really is a game changer. And you and I have been on a similar path lately, and energy and being able to manifest the things that you're putting out there in the world. And since you made that
chills,
that change, the power of positivity, what sort of an impact has that had on your life?
It's had a lot, but real quickly, I want to go back to what you're saying.
Do it, brother.
I think clients actually respect that you do that too, because they go, oh, this guy is a businessman.
Yes.
He's not just jumping through hoops, right? And if they do say, oh, you're not getting back to me right when I say get back to me.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah. Your
God
clients, the world, all of them will treat you the way that you treat yourself.
Absolutely.
And if the way that you are treating yourself is you are treating yourself like somebody who deserves to make $8 an hour, then the rest of the world is going to treat you like that.
Yep.
If you treat yourself like a doctor, like an attorney, like a lawyer, you will get paid like a doctor, an attorney, and a lawyer without the student loan debt.
Absolutely. And then going back to the energy thing, it's definitely truly, like you said, we're coming into this together at the same time. It's really what you believe in yourself, you will manifest, and you will actually, you believe in yourself, and it will actually come. There's several people on our team where they're like, today I'm getting a new client,
Yes.
and
Jamie Burlisle.
Jamie Burlisle, she's making it happen. It's unbelievable, manifesting it. So it's absolutely true.
Yeah. What you think about, you bring about. And so you've had a lot of things that have happened professionally. You have a lot to be proud of. But before we get there, what I would like to ask you is, what advice do you have for a new agent, or for an agent that was like you? It was like a lot of these other agents that are now making six figures, where you are doing 2 to 3 deals a year, but you've been at it for 12 months or for 2 years, and you're struggling getting started. What can you tell them that they should do to take that next step?
Wow, that's a kind of a big one. So I think a lot of it has to do with your time, breaking down your time, and working, specifically a certain amount of hours a day, knock it out, and then you have your family life.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things that I've learned to implement, like it could go on actually. It's like
please.
Like I've learned from the beginning, like it's great to have some guidance and someone that is there as a team. My first experience with a team was so, and I said I'd never do it again. And then I spoke with David. David said some amazing things to me, and then I said, I'm going to do it. And it wasn't try, it was I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, very important, because I hear people that'll say, hey, I'm going to give it a try. And it's like, no, you're not going to give it a try, because if you say you're giving yourself a try, you're automatically giving yourself a way out. You're automatically saying, okay, I'm just going to try it, and if it doesn't work out, and it doesn't work out, and you've already told yourself it's not going to work out. So I'm learning to say, I'm going to do this.
And even further than that, and where we're getting now is all you have.
Absolutely.
Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow, it never comes. Depression is in the past. Anxiety is in the future. So if you start living now, and instead of saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to give this a shot, saying, I am doing this.
Yeah.
I am great.
You have no control over what has happened.
Yeah.
You have control of everything that's ahead of you. And
you have influence.
Yeah, absolutely.
A great amount of influence. And
Absolutely.
if you're Damien Simon, you've got an incredible amount of influence, because what you are thinking about now, what you are doing now, is going to change your life 3 months from now. You are getting paid, or you are not getting paid for what you did 3 months ago. And the other thing is I say 3 months. That's an arbitrary number.
It could be a month.
It could be a month. It could be tomorrow. The moment that you start changing your mindset, the moment that you really start believing that you're worth it, that you've always been worth it, and you really buy in, and here we go, I'm getting goosebumps underneath my shirt too. When you realize that you're worth it, everything else falls into place, because you were worth it all along.
Yep.
Why did you have to lose yourself to figure that out? Why did you have to lose yourself?
Because you have to sometimes lose yourself.
Why?
Because that's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. And then you go, I'm never going back there again.
Yes.
Yep.
When you make that decision, when you decide you want to open up that eye, and you want to start seeing a little bit more of the universe, you want to start manifesting, you want to start believing in energy and all that good stuff, and
goosebumps,
the power of positivity, and you want to get goosebumps. We are actually expanding our team. We're going to do it on July 28th here at the office. And we won't spend a lot of time out there, because I want you guys to keep getting good stuff out of this video. But July 28th, if you want to coach with Damien Simon every day on a daily accountability call at 8 o'clock, and then for 30 minutes a month, he's going to be doing it. And it's not going to come out of your split. That's a beautiful thing about joining the Homes team. We figured it out to where you're still getting paid. The systems are in place, but now you're here. So going back to you, Damien, what are you most proud of in your professional life?
I would have to say just the confidence that I've gained, because when you're in the beginning, you don't know what you're doing. You're kind of like bouncing off the walls, not trying to figure out yourself. The knowledge that I've gained, and it's a lot of it, I have to say, because of David here. He has so much knowledge and influence, and it's the rest of our team. We have such a camaraderie and a family here that we are able to bounce off each other, information, learn off of each other. But what I think I've been most proud of is the growth that I've had, both spiritually and just with work, because it all does come in line together. and it's just been fun.
Speaking of, it's about more than real estate. That's the name of my podcast. It's about more than real estate with David Serpa. It is out there in the world. We've already filmed a couple. Damien's going to be coming on. He's going to be talking about a lot of this stuff. What are you most excited about talking about on the podcast?
Everything and anything.
Everything and
Just
anything.
talking.
I can tell you right now, it's going to get into energy. It's going to get into manifesting. It's going to get into quantum physics. We're going to talk big stuff. We're going to talk the power of positivity. This guy.
We're going to dive deep.
We're going to dive deep. Shout out to Ralph Smart over there at Infinite Waters. So tune in, guys. It's going to be good stuff. I promise you it's going to be good stuff. We go a little bit deeper with our podcast because I want you guys to find out not just about how to make six figures, but what kind of people become six-figure agents. What has to change in you to move forward? What has to change in your life? What has to change in the way that you're thinking about things? And what kind of a struggle you can expect to make? Because Damien will tell you, you can make the decision right now to make things change, and you're going to start changing your vibrations a little bit, and things will start happening.
Yeah. And what's weird is it's gone from a point where I was working my tail off, working so hard, I was stressed out. You're like, at points you're like, what am I doing? And it's gotten so much easier, not only just because of, a lot because of the team, but just I've learned how to make my time work for myself, and then I've actually had more time.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
That's a beautiful thing. The more money you make, the more time you will find. And the reason is A, systems, but B, you start learning that money, like energy, like all these other things, just kind of flows through you. But it is not easy. It is a grind, and you
still have to take action.
You will have to take action in order to get to where you're going. But if you know where you're going, and if you can see the path because you're surrounded by people that have blazed it for you, then you're in a good place. Understand, no one's going to make it easy on you. There's a lot of people that are going to make it easy on you. In fact, the universe will align itself to make it easy on you. But the people that are used to you being who you are now, when you start changing that, they're going to fight you on it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be hard. And some of them
because
are the
closest people to you, unfortunately, it's family, your best friends. They don't want to see, it's so unfortunate, but they don't want to see you change and go outside above them. They usually want to keep you right where you're at because that's where they're at.
Yeah.
So when they start seeing someone else who's starting to do better than them, even if it's your family, your spouse, your siblings.
When you change, it makes people uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Because they are expecting you to always be the same.
Yep.
So the first thing that you do when you make that acknowledgement out loud that, hey, I'm going to join the home team, or hey, I'm going to go door knocking, or I'm going to call expireds, or whatever it is that you're going to do, you will be greeted with negativity because you are changing your vibrations. But what will happen is the people that are being negative will either redefine that relationship with you, or they will be seen out of your life. And it's not something that you have to do. You don't have to make that decision. A lot of times they make it for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to get more into this. I'm really excited about it. Make sure that you tune into the podcast. It's about more than real estate with David Serpa. This is Damien Simon. He's going to be bringing on a couple of people that he's going to start coaching here on July 28th. I appreciate you guys watching this video.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to have tons of content coming out. Again, I'm David Serpa. This is Damien Simon. We are the Homes team. And life is good.
Yes, it is.
Life is good. Get after it. Go get paid. And you guys all take care of yourself.
All right, bye. Aloha.